Whoa, that was loud. Sorry. Hello, everybody. Welcome to a special Friday afternoon session. Um, I've been coming on quite a bit because when I have my morning, my 2 hour sessions, get a lot of donations. I don't get through as many free readings as I want. So I jump on to complete the free readings and any donations that I was not able to get to in that earlier session. So there's no chat in this one because I'm not taking any new request for this one, but I'll be back in less than well, a little over 3 hours for my evening session. I'm on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday mornings at 11 a.m. Mountain Time, and then also on Friday and Saturday nights at 6 p.m. Mountain Time. So I'll be back for those, but this one's to finish out several free readings I did not get to. I know not everyone's able to give donations, and so I love to give back to my community and offer these free readings. So give it a thumbs up if you're enjoying the free readings. By the way, it does help grow the channel. It's something everyone can do. That is the perfect price of free. So I did have one donation that I did not complete. So let me give these a quick shuffle here. After I'm done, I will post a pinned comment listing the order in which the readings were done so you can find your reading faster. But HTTPS, hello. Sorry I didn't get to yours during our session. And you want messages from your spirit team? Absolutely. Let's take a look here and see what your beautiful, hilarious spirit team wants you to know right now. And thank you for that donation, by the way, if I didn't thank you. Well, getting into the reading. Go. All right, that's what they have here. All right. Energy on the bottom of the deck. You've got both the Hermit card and then right underneath it, the High Priestess. So both of these are about taking time away from the chaos, all the noise of the outside world, and of course, tuning into spirit, taking time to consult inward and upward for things as they're coming forward here. We'll get more detail here. You've got 6 more cards down here, so we'll see what this nudge to spend some extra time inward and upward is about here. We'll take a look here. Here's 2 of these together. All right. Yeah, we've got the 9 of Swords and the 2 of Wands coming out together. The 9 of Swords is the Nightmare and Insomnia card. A lot of things on the mind. I know right now there's a great uh, ease of choosing our fear and lower vibrational energy than the higher vibration, which the 2 of Wands is about being aware of what energy that we are focusing in on. And this stepping away with spirit here really feels like they're like, we're fine tuning. There's some fears and some stuff you not may not be aware of that have kind of creeped in or activated subconsciously, when our little inner child feels unsafe and out of control, it starts to have little warning signs. And I feel like in this silence, as you step away from the noise, that you're able to connect really clearly. And it's like when if there's I was like, if you have ringing in your ears and you're around noise, you don't hear it until you're in silence and then it's really loud. And I feel like this is what they're having you do is the stepping away is allowing you to see a really subtle couple of fears that are bubbling that you are able to really zero in on. Okay, yeah. Yeah, because the next 2 cards, yeah, definitely. Devil card, which is Capricorn, Saturn energy, really looking at the thoughts, the beliefs, the mindsets, the shaking up of, you know, thoughts and beliefs. So the 9 of Swords, and the 7 of Swords, which is becoming aware of those beliefs and mindsets that have robbed you of things, that have stolen from you, that have thieved things out of your life before. And that's why they're bringing these to the surface. So these are, the little bubbling, like I mentioned, below the surface of these things. Let's see if they'll tell us more what these are about. We have the Knight of Wands. So some of the beliefs are around this pursuit of your energy, of your power, of realizing just how talented and gifted you are. And, there's some fears around that, expressing that. And I can understand that, whenever we birth something out into the world, whenever we share something of ourselves, it's scary because it's like, what are they going to do to this child that I'm creating? Not a real child in this case. This is you creating something with your gifts and your abilities and sharing it. And fears that are around there bubbling below the surface that are holding you back from stepping forward to expressing these. So it's really this discovery of stepping into your energy quite a bit here. Let's see what this last card is here. Yeah. So these two cards that came out together. So the Nine of Wands and the Knight of Wands. So the movement past the barrier, the blocks that are holding you back here with the Nine of Wands. And there is this, what is holding you back? What holds us back in our life? Usually our inner child that has developed this, belief system that you have to do so much to be able to deserve so little, and you don't deserve to share that. You don't deserve to have that. You think you are that talented? There's all these doubts and stuff that are told to us growing up that just bubble below the surface, and our little inner child kind of polices it. And when we haven't reached a certain of in its like mind that we've given enough to deserve, if it doesn't filter to that, it has a force field up, which is that Nine of Wands, this thing keeping things out, keeping things from coming in. And if things happen to come our way, if our little inner child doesn't believe we deserve it, it will repel it out of our life like uninviting a vampire from a house, right? It just repels them out because they have to be invited. So I feel like this is what they're wanting you to know is take some time away, really let them show you your worth, your true worth from the inside up, and the gifts that you have. And they'll give you clarity too with the release of these thoughts and beliefs and mindsets. They'll give you a higher clarity on what you're capable of, and which is a lot. We limit ourselves so much in our human existence and how we're raised and everything else, but that you are called here for on purpose, for purpose. And even, you've got the Two of Pentacles, which is balancing of life, but that you'll have these opportunities that'll come up, you can continue to do what you've always done, or you can leap out and step out into a new opportunity in the outside world. So I like this for you. Hopefully that resonates for you there. But I like it. This is a time of, take extra little time to really get quiet, really listen, see where these doubts are, what's holding you back, because the world is full of so many possibilities of you moving forward. Yeah. And you're ready to let that go. The Nine of Wands coming out again of you're ready to get past this block, because once that falls, so many things come in regards to that are being held back. So I like that. Excuse me. So that's what they have for you. HTTPS. So thank you so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. And thank you for your patience in me getting to that too. So I like it. All right. So that was it for the donation. So now I'm going to leap in here into the free readings that I did not get to. I'm just going to shuffle these up. And we will look into, we've got several to go over. So buckle up, Buttercup. All right, let's take a look. Let me just open these up here, and here we go. So first up, we have Yapuganti Swarup. Apologies if I mispronounced that. You want to know what is coming towards you? Well, just put this in the deck, and here it's coming out here. I like this for you because the Nine of Wands is this energy of, it's the hermit journey of the nine, stepping away, discovering your power, discovering things. And there's this great reflection time that's coming your way. And it's just going to it's a little bit of a quiet pocket time that just allows you to reflect back, journal if you can, and just realize, where have I invested my energy? What has come into my life that I've wanted to come in? How did my energy bring that in? What are the things that came into my life that I really didn't feel I wanted? and what of my energy brought that in, because I feel like what's coming in is this big awareness of where you invest in your energy, discovering your power, that you are the one that draws things and grows things in your life, and repels things out of your life too. That this Nine of Wands is you really becoming aware that journaling is, I just feel, is such an important piece of reflection for you. We've got this spring equinox energy coming up here on the 19th. And so we've got this, energy of rebirthing and planting seeds and growth. And so it's important. I feel like your energy is going to be really energized coming up during this next equinox period of 3 months. And so now is the time to really look at that, because what draws in and how big of it, what is determining what's coming towards you is your energy. And they want you to know this. Any blocks you're encountering are coming from in here. Things you're drawing in that are of what you feel is a blessing and a curse, you're drawing those in by your intentions and what you're focusing your energy on. So I feel like it's a time of really becoming aware. Am I focusing my energy on gratitude, unconditional love, joy, laughter, peace? Or am I focusing my energy on what I hate, what I fear, what I miss, what I want? And when we have that wanting energy, it means I like wanting, but not getting, right? So there's this transformation that you can have in your energy. So I like this for you. It's a wonderful manifesting time coming up here for you during this equinox. So I feel like that's why they want you to be aware of where your focus of energy in, because it's going to come uh, in big ways. So that's what they have for you, Yapuganti. So many blessings to you. And then Lynx Lee, you're up next, and you wanted an angel message. Wow, you got the Six of Cups. So Six of Cups is bringing this past life energy that's coming in. And I like the angel message coming in because, so sorry, that it's this energy that they want you to be aware of that's expanding within you, connections with other people, memories, emotions that come out of nowhere. There's a lot of bubbling up from past life experiences that are making its way up. And they want you to be aware of this because um, it's a flood, it's an expansion that you haven't had before. And this also means that there's some people around you that you've been known for years. Suddenly you're going to like, what is this new emotion I'm feeling toward them? Past life connections. And there's going to be some individuals that are coming into your life as well, that from past lives, where you're just going to have this bond like a best friend that you haven't seen in a long time. So I like this energy for you. One might possibly be a romance, is what I'm feeling. One is more like a best friendish type of feel. But these are two new people that are coming in the future here within the next 6 months. And but for your existing relationship with yourself and with all those, just a lot of awareness. It's like you're being heightened with all of that. So very interesting, Linksley. That's what they have there for you. So many blessings. And then Smooth Life, you want to know the person on your mind's higher self's message for you. Got it. Queen of Swords. Wow. Balance your head and your heart coming in here. And, this is about being clear about what is being demanded of you by your mindsets from the past. Sorry, I'm going to move my chair up here. It's like creaking like a like a ship at sea. Creak, creak, creak. Keep on saying I need to get some WD-40 or something, but sorry. So be aware of the mindsets. They're going to cricken in your head, making noise, right? And it's about letting go of those and closing your eyes and opening your heart. Balance the head that wants to make all the decisions with the heart, your high heart, and it'll guide you. But it's important for you to, when you're looking at whatever situation that you're questioning, that it's this balance and that your heart has a seat at the table and that your mind has a seat at the table, but it's not the fearful mind, it's the higher mind. It's not a human heart, it's the higher heart. And you're able to see things differently because of this. Because the Queen of Swords rules over air, the mind. All queens are given a second portion of cups, emotion. So they have both of them that they're able to, it's funny that they're juggling the thoughts and the swords here. And so it'll help with your it'll help bring clarity when you do that. Close your eyes, open your heart. What do you see? What do you feel? Right. So that's what they want you to know right now. Smooth life. So many blessings to you. And then we got angel blessings. Who is coming towards you? The Queen of Wands. I feel like this is yourself. I feel like yourself is coming towards you. This Queen of Wands, she normally has a black cat, which signifies, she already has the strong connection with spirit through the Wands energy. But all of the queens are given a cup, emotions too, which allows them to have this empathic ability. And for some reason, when I'm just telling you what they're telling me, right? The It's this awareness of yourself and of your power and of your connection to spirit. And almost it feels like a little bit of the mother nature, mother nurture energy where it's important for you to trust your gut, trust your intuition, be with yourself, nurture yourself, give yourself time, take a lot of deep breaths, I hear, and just come back to you, come back to you, come back to you. And I feel like it's an important time right now with some important decisions that are coming up because the Queen of Wands, the rest of the royalty in the wand suit, they have like a salamander usually with them that protects them from the heat of the desert, the heat of the wands, the risk. But the Queen of Wands doesn't need it. She has a black cat. She doesn't feel she's at risk because she has such a strong connection to the other world, to the eyes in the sky. So as we're going through this maze in life, when we get to a decision point, I have to turn left or right. Which way do I go? When everyone else is going, okay, let me analyze and boo, boo, boo. You're like, you dial up on your little cell phone. Hey, eye in the sky, everybody. So left or right? Which one's the best for me? And they're like, take a right. And you're like, okay, you do it. You do it like that, and boom, you get all this abundance and things work out well. And people are like, how do you do that? Well, this is what they're really wanting you to come back to yourself right now. It's you coming back to you right now. So I love that for you. So many blessings to you, angel blessings. And Jushri Tawari, you are up. Sorry if I mispronounced that. You want an energy reading between you and your forever person. I like it. You have the Ace of Pentacles, and there's a dual message that comes in with this for you. One is this new opportunity is opening itself up here, bringing in this feeling of worth and looking at your worth in relationship to the outside world in a different way. It's like a heightened way of evaluating yourself, your self worth. And I like this because, when you define yourself by the outside world, that's retail price. It's what we think we're of value to others, and what happens when we do that. We end up on the clearance rack, So I like this strengthening of self that actually strengthens this relationship with your forever person when you guys meet, when you come about. And I feel like it's coming sooner and sooner here. The more you work on raising your love vibration and raising your self-worth, the faster you guys are drawn to each other, because in this lifetime you guys have chosen, we don't want to meet until we're both at this level of higher vibrational love and self-worth, because otherwise we have lower vibrational experiences, which you guys don't want to have those anymore. You might have had some in past lives together or something, but you're like done with that and you guys are waiting to meet. So the more you do that, the faster they'll come. So I like that for you. And that's what they have for you and Jushri. So many blessings to you. And then morning, you are up general for next week. Wow, you got the Ace of Swords coming in. So definitely clarity of mind, clarity, seeing things from a different perspective, a higher perspective. And it's cutting away some old thoughts and beliefs that are bubbling around, very much Aquarius. Old ways don't work anymore. Old beliefs don't work anymore. Old rules, old blah, blah, blah. Cut, cut, cut. Transform into something higher, something more fitting. And I just feel like there's a change of mindset with all this clarity that's coming in as well. Could be new communication coming in too, significant. excuse me. So you do have this energy of newness, of communication within. I don't know if it's an individual or you're waiting on a call back or something, but whatever this is, you do get this new communication that comes in. But the prerequisite for that is the change of a mindset, the change of how you look at things. Then here comes the change. Here comes the communication after that. But it has to start here and then it comes there. Interesting. All right. Sorry. Crick, 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 crick. If you guys hear that squeaking. All right, so that's what they have for you morning. So many blessings to you. And Magana, hello, hello. Hey, any advice from your spirit guides for you? Absolutely. You got the full card coming in, major arcana, new birth, new beginning, new adventures. But the thing about the full card is it's almost like childlike energy where it's time for this new beginning to take this leap, to go forward, but without a lot of restrictions. It's like going on a vacation without planning anything, you know? My host, Sagittarius, she loves when she goes on like a little trip every once in a while. She'll just use like the lights as determine where she's going to go. She'll go for a road trip. She'll just drive until she hits a light, and if she hits a red light, she takes a right. And then if she hits another light, then she takes the left. And then she goes on this adventure, and then she ends up where she ends up, and then she'll get a hotel or she'll do whatever and or come back, and it's like this is the kind of adventure that's free, me Capricorn rising, Aquarius sun. I'm like, I need a plan. I need to know what time we're leaving. That's what the urge is or the tendency is. That would drive me crazy. Um, uh, you know, years ago. Now I'm kind of more, whatever, let's just do whatever. Although, who am I kidding? I never go anywhere anymore. I hide in the cellar, but I'm a big hermit. But this is about you, you know, going on this adventure, changing this thing in your life without a lot of restriction, with a lot of supposed to, should, need to, without a lot of validation or um, attachment to an outcome. This is about go with the flow, enjoy the adventure, try to be like a kid looking at the world with full of possibilities instead of, well, no, well, no, well, no, well, no. Just like, what if, what if, what if? So I like this for you. And this is what I feel like your guides are wanting you to know right now regarding your question. So many blessings to you. All right. So let me grab the next group here. And Happy Pill, you were up next. So Happy Pill, you wanted a general reading. You got the Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups is energy of walking away from emotions that no longer serve you and relationships that no longer serve you. It allows you to head off to the Nine of Cups, which is like a emotional wish fulfillment card. And so this is like I want to use that word again, prerequisite, but it is. We don't realize how much energy that we're using to maintain emotions that are charged below the surface from our earlier in life, 7 years old and younger, when we didn't know what to do with those emotions. We were normally our reaction, our human instinct was to laugh or cry or throw a tantrum, get angry, but we were told we're encouraged to laugh, but not encouraged to cry or throw a tantrum. So when it came to tantrum crying times, we were like, what do I do with this then? And we're like, well, let's wrap it up in emotional energy, stuff it down here till we can deal with it later. And that's what happened over and over and over and over in our childhood, right? So there's a lot of charged emotions below the surface that are using a lot of energy to be maintained and kept down there, as well as relationships that you're investing a lot of energy in that you're not getting a whole lot back because of these beliefs that you have to give so much to deserve so little back. And it's a time of you retaining back that emotional energy, bringing this emotional energy up through deciding what relationships you're just not going to give 90% anymore. You're going to back off to 50, or some of them might be like done. But also transforming the emotional charged memories and transforming those so you don't have to maintain them anymore. Now that you know how to feel emotion and express emotion, you can take some of those old emotions that the little child self didn't know how to do it and allow yourself to scream and holler and throw a tantrum and just let the emotions go until they're gone. And then you all that energy that you've used and all that stuff, all that energy comes back to you, which prepares you for the 9 of cups, which is emotional dreams come true. And it's like your spirit self is preparing you. Um, it's like doing a saving up for a vacation, but it's saving up emotional energy for a relationship instead. Ooh, I know, right? Where did that come from? But that's what's coming in here. So I like it. So that's what they have for you, happy pills. So many blessings to you. And Magician, you are up next. And you want this week's reading? Absolutely. Got the Three of Pentacles, which is about being true to your authentic self and not being drawn off here by other people, afraid of punishment from people or disappointment or losing other people's, you know, support and praise. This is about you being true to your authentic path and you going in the direction that you're wanting to do and you're wanting to achieve for your life. So I love that for you. This is a week about, you know what? I can say no. I know what? You can say no to people. You don't have to do it like a 2-year-old and say no. And we don't have to be a douche about it. We can just like no. And no is a complete sentence, but our hearts want to tell people, so they don't feel, not that we can control whether they feel better or not, but we can make it easier for them to choose love over fear, thinking something's wrong with me. We can just tell them, right now I don't have the energy for that. I just need some time for me. So I'm gonna take a rain check for another time or whatever. But it's about you choosing you this week. So I like it. So that's what's coming in for you, magician. Many blessings. And then Shay B, you want a general reading? Absolutely. Got the Empress. So definitely this spring equinox energy coming in with new birthing, new harvest, sensuality, creativity, a time for mother nature, mother nurture. For you. It's all about you right now. And they want you to nurture yourself. They want you to get away from all the chaos and all the rules and all the noise. Get out into nature, or if you can't get out into nature, get away from all the chaos and spend some quality time with yourself. Hot bath, going reading a book, having a cup of tea, whatever it is, step away so that you can focus in on you because it is a time for you. It's time for you to express yourself and allow yourself to step into this divine feminine energy, asking spirit, it's like, you know what, I'm exhausted. Can you bring me this love, this joy, fill me up and let me overflow. I love this energy that's coming in here. It's very free feeling, not rules, not expectations, not supposed to's, not shoulds. It's being really lenient and kind to yourself right now, allowing yourself space to be you. So I like that for you. That's what's coming in for you, Shay B. So many blessings. And then DFS, you want to know what spiritual gifts do you have? All right, let's take a look here. Wow, look at the King of Wands. So you have the Wands energy here, which is energy based gifts. Everything truly is love energy, right? We channel, everything is channeling spirit into this realm. It's like the magician who has one hand toward the heavens and one to the earth. We're a conduit that brings this unconditional love energy to the world. And I mean, that can be like um, channeling messages from, people from the other side that have passed, bringing through spiritual messages. It can be, actual energy work like Reiki, not Reiki, Reiki. I don't sound like Reiki. I was trying to say three things at once. That's funny. So Reiki, Qigong, and any type of, Tai Chi, because I was thinking Reiki and Tai Chi, Reiki, maybe you're going to create a new, different type of energy that comes together. But it can be a variety of different things, right? We have so many ways that we can bring that love into the world. Now, with the King of Wands coming in, I feel like yours is gearing more towards energy work, like actually hands on energy, movement of energy type of um, coming in, and if you haven't looked into it, I feel like you have, but if you haven't, if you just like put your hands like this and then just imagine this flow of energy going from your dominant hand flowing into your receiving hand, your non-dominant hand. You can just feel it flowing, and when you get to a point, you'll feel like there's a Nerf ball in between, and you're like, wow, this is amazing energy. Or if you do this energy, you'll start to feel the heat up in your hands. So I feel like you've got this um, enhanced gift because we can all do everything. We have that ability, but we come down here with certain gifts that and certain natural gifts. We'll put it that way, because that's what we want to use for our life purpose. So we choose our specific, zodiac and astrological energies for a reason. And I feel like you have a lot of fire within you that you can bring through energetically. So you can look into that qigong, tai chi, reiki, or even develop your own. I developed my own way of doing because I had energy flowing before I even knew about it. I'm like, "What is this?" And they're like, do you do healing?" And I'm like, "What do you mean?" "I just want to do this." Bzz, So you can even develop your own. Like I said, you don't have to have a limitation. You can create your own way of how you share that energy with the world. So that's what's coming in for you, DFS. Hopefully that helps a little bit. So many blessings to you. We'll continue on to the next little group here. So great cards, almighty great cards, you are up. Any messages from the divine? Yeah, you got the Knight of Cups, the quest for higher love. And this is the holy grail, right? That this knight goes on a quest for, but it's actually the Ace of Cups, which is represents our higher love, unconditional love. We become the chalice, the holy grail. We get to fill up and overflow out to the world. And I feel like the divine right now it's nudging you back to this quest for love, because we'll quest on the outside world, go through all fighting all these monsters, these emotional monsters in the outside world, which are of lower vibration love, when we're in search of the Holy Grail, which is of higher vibrational, unconditional, eternal love. And on your journey, on your quest, it's like the messages from the divine is, they're pointing you inward and upward, inward and upward, inward and upward is our quest. And we'll head that way, and we'll get pulled back out into another adventure to fight another emotional monster, come back in, continue, and then another emotional monster. So I feel like this is the message for you is one, it feels like there's this message of perseverance, keep going. You've made so much progress and of removing the obstacles between you and finding this higher love, and and you will begin to feel, if you haven't already, this movement and flow of love within you at a higher level than you've had before. So I'm cracking up at this chair. It's like extra squeaky whiny today. I think I moved it. You know how you have a chair a certain way, but it's a swivel chair. So if you move the bottom, it's like at its squeaky. You can hear it. All right. I feel weird today. You guys feel weird energy today? Okay. All right. Great cards. That's what they have for you. And then Elizabeth, you are up next. So you'd like a love reading? Absolutely here. Yeah, the Seven of Cups. I like this for you because the Seven of Cups is this, starts off being this emotional confusion about which way, who, what, when, where, that our love, our heart is being drawn out. And sometimes I like that it's a finicky cat that's here instead of a little puppy, like a little chihuahua that runs around and humps everybody's legs. This is about being selective, about which of these that you want to choose, right? They're all like, "What I want that one? No, not good enough," But I love this energy of it's just like you're whittling down and really understanding what it is your heart truly wants, not what you've been told you're supposed to want. Your mind will tell you this is how love is supposed to work, and the heart's going like, "You don't get it." Because the mind has all these rules and all this stuff from all this opinion from all these different sources. But the heart loves what it wants and it knows where it wants to go. And so I like that the kitty cat is like they're closing their eyes to going, all right, I'm going to close my eyes. I'm going to listen with my ears. But it's like I'm going to listen with my heart and see where am I being drawn? Getting out of my head and into my heart and allowing myself to be drawn where I wanna go. There's also this energy of passion, right? Like, these are different passions that they have, and sometimes we will make our passion the search for love. It's like, "That's my what's your hobby? What hobbies do you like?" "Oh, searching for romance and love and for a partner." "That's your hobby?" "Mhm." It seems like way sometimes it feels like that, right? And this is a switch up. It's like they're nudging you to go pursue a passion that you enjoy doing, like pottery or painting or whatever it is, something that you just adore doing, and maybe multiple things that you adore doing. And it's in doing those things you love that you bump into someone who also loves similar things. And there's this spark, but there's this commonality of these things that you love to do together. And that's what brings you guys together. So, really pursue that. Living your passions is really coming through, Elizabeth. So that's what they have for you. So many blessings to you, right? And then just blessings. You are up next. And thank you so much for your kind words. You love listening to all the readings, huh? Get something out of each. Well, I appreciate that. I know I get to listen to all the readings that come through from Spirit. So I learn a lot. I learn a lot. You think I'd be a lot smarter. Okay, no, that's self-deprecating. You think it'd be a more sharper tool in the shed, but, you know, we're human. But the general reading they have for you is you are a sharp tool in the shed. Look at you. You got the Page of Swords. Page of Swords means that you are having this super clarity that's coming into your life. And this Ace of Swords is like a gift that they've given you of this knowingness, this connection to the higher realms, to allow you to see things from a different perspective, to get a knowingness in things. And I feel like this is something that's expanding within you where you're getting this, it's like information. And what's cool is I don't have like a cup here, but so if you have like a cup, right? We all get a gut feeling on the rim, and every human has this instinct where we good vibes, bad vibes, dangerous vibes, whatever vibes we're feeling around someone. We pick that up. But what happens is as you with purity of heart, when you go down into the cup, it's like you're accessing information. And if we go about it in a like with I want to blackmail them for the information I'm going to get. When you go in with that attitude and that heart, you get static. You don't hear and see things clearly. When you go in with a pure heart of love and I wonder what they're going through. I wonder why they're feeling that way, and I want to be able to help them. When you go in, you start getting information, specifics of information on what's going on in their life, who they are, why they act the way they do, and it allows you to send love and have a new um, deepened understanding, and that's part of your empathic abilities that are expanding. But I love this, the sharpness, it's clarity that's coming in, and as you've been raising your love vibration, it also you're moving into this higher frequency at which spirit speaks. And so that's why you're able to hear things so much more clearly. It's because you've been getting and letting fears go and the old ways of thinking, the things that have been holding your vibration lower. You've been raising your love vibration, joy, gratitude, laughter, all that beautiful energy from above. It's really drawing you into that. And so I like this where this is taking you. And that's what they want you to know. So if you've been going, why do I know that stuff? How did I know that about them? And you might even have where I feel like people open up to you and tell you things that they haven't told anyone else. But I feel like you're starting to get to where if it hasn't been happening for a while, it is going to be happening where, someone's telling you something and you feel like you can step in other people's shoes really easy. So you're putting yourself in their place, but what you're really doing is you're going down into their soul, into their records that are in there. And you're like, you know, I know what you're feeling. I mean, it's like, let's say, like a best friend, they're um, trying to take your spouse or boyfriend away or whatever, and blah, 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 blah. They're like, "Who told you?" And you're like, "What?" You thought you were just picking it out of the air, but you're actually diving deep into them. So I love that for you. So that's what they want you to know right now. Just blessings. Hopefully that resonates, and many blessings to you. All right, and then Scorpio 11 11 80. Hello, hello. Not 11 11, but 11 80. You want to know how things will be between the Gemini this next week? Absolutely. Let's take a look here. All right. Well, that's going to be a little different than normal. Got the Tower card, which is suddenness and surprise and sudden change, sudden alteration of stuff. So it's not going to be the normalness. I just feel like there's this um, and I feel like lightning is striking between the two of you, but I don't feel it's like the tower energy of destruction, and that it's reminding me of a story of the eagle's nest, that when an eagle creates a nest, it's really craggly and not comfortable for um, eggs or baby birds, but they line it with comfortable stuff, furs and shrubberies and cloth and all sorts of stuff, right? And then when they lay the egg, and then um, you know, that little eaglet is born, and then they bring in food for it. But when it's time for things to move, when it's time for lightning to strike someone's butt, that's what I'm feeling like this is coming in here. That the parent eagles will start ripping out the comfortable stuff to make it um, more encouraging for them not to stay where they're at, but to have movement happen. That's what I feel is happening here for you, coming in here this next week. I feel like something's going to spark one or both of your butts to move forward, have movement happen. Maybe passion ignites, if that resonates, but definitely action, 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 I feel is coming up this next week. So that's what's coming in for you, Scorpio. Woo-hoo-hoo. So many blessings. All right. Then Marie Jones, hello. You're up next. You're ready. Reading for the next 2 weeks. All right. So you do this next 2 weeks, you just get tired of trying to please everybody. I feel like the next 2 weeks is filled with people who are just can't be made happy. You could give them the world and they're still going to be unhappy. And I feel like this takes you to this point of you're just exhausted. Trying to bring them up, trying to make them happy, trying to make them be happy with you. It's like whatever this is over these 2 weeks, whether it's work or relationships or everything, you're just tired. You're just sick and tired of being exhausted trying to do everything for everyone. And it's just that I've had it. I'm done. And I like it. Like, like stick another sword in me. I'm done. And this isn't death, but it's endings and beginnings where I feel like these next 2 weeks just bring you to that point of like, all right, I've had it. I've had enough, and now I'm going this direction. Screw everyone else. I'm going to do what I want to do. It's kind of the energy that's coming through. So, yay, I'm excited for this. This is good. It leaves so much. It's like you get out of your cage and you have this freedom, and there's so much openness, and I like it. So that's what's coming in for you, Marie. So many blessings to you. And then Vidi Jalan, you are up. Hello, hello. So what does March have in store for you? So the rest of March, wow, whatever you want. You got the Two of Wands here, which is your power of energetic choice coming in here. Whatever you focus on grows and expands. And so if you focus on, you know, what I want, but and then letting go of it and picturing you achieving it, feeling what it would feel like to achieve it, your energy putting forward into the excitement and gratitude around all of it, and the physical actions you're taking as if you have something, right? You're starting to make a list, starting to take action. And I like this versus if we focus on our fears, focus on what we hate, focus on what we're missing, or focusing on wanting, 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 all of that energy pushes things away as far as missing and wanting, so that we will miss it more, that will want it more, because that's what our energy is telling the universe. And it's the universe just reacts in kind, going, all right, you want more of that energy? We got it. It's like, no, I don't want to miss things more. Then, like, oh, well, then focus on gratitude. That will have you, see things from a different perspective, and it'll bring in things more that are in alignment with gratitude instead. So I like this. It just feels like March is a very much with this, eclipse energy of endings and beginnings, and this we got this new moon in Pisces that's happening on Sunday, and there's a lot of chances of birthing and creating, and I feel like the energy, maybe your planets are in alignment where it's like there's this enhanced manifestation energy, which it'll bring in things massively and big for you. So I feel like they're saying, whatever you focus on, things come in fast and furious. So be aware of what you're focusing on, and do a gratitude journal every day, or set an alarm on your phone every waking hour. Gratitude, joy, laughter, whatever it is. I like it. So that's what's coming in for you, VD. I like it. Many blessings to you. All right. And then Kelsbreek, you want to know, will SM and you reunite after separation? We have the 10 of Cups here. And the 10 of Cups is a, a f- um, you know, normally this would be like, yeah, you're going to have this emotional fulfillment. But the 10 stood out to me above all, which is endings and beginnings. And I feel like what this is saying is that you don't have um, a reunition. What is it called? Reunion. I tell you I'm in a weird mood today. I don't know what's going on, but it's not a reunion. This is a beginning of someone new that does make you feel full and overflowing. And it was necessary for you guys to part so that you could bring in someone that's more in alignment with your heart and what you're able to give. I feel like, with who you were with here, that they couldn't give you what you would give, and so you always had to give more. It was always out of balance, always you way over balance, having to give more. But I feel like this person that's coming in, though at the beginning they feel like opposites, with the black and the white cat here. See the little heart in the bottom, boo doo boo doo boo boo, with their tails. It just shows that I feel like the endings, because of the tails, this is hilarious. Your guides are hilarious. The tails are the endings, and the endings that you guys have had in both of your past relationships. It just forms this continuity. It's like you both experienced some of the same heartaches and stuff, and you realize it'd be like if you both were cheated on, and you both know, having been on that side, you'd never cheat on each other, and you understand, how important it is for loyalty for you two. And I like that for you. So that's what's coming in, Kelsbreak. No on SM, but who comes your way is so much more in alignment for you, and someone that you deserves you. Ooh, I like it. All right, so many blessings to you. And then Tavi T. So we do see you and Envy reuniting in the future. No contact here. The Eight of Wands is fast movement and moving on energy here. I feel like they are more, with this Eight of Wands, it's like a forest fire or a grass fire. It burns forward, it never goes backward. And that's the kind of energy that's flooding in here with the Eight of Wands for you. It's just like it's not you specifically. That when they leave companies or family or lovers or friends or whatever, It's out of sight, out of mind. They're on to the next thing. They never look backwards. They just burn forward. And so I don't feel like they will go backwards. They'll just be on to the next, on to the next, on to the next, on to the next. That's the kind of energy that's coming in. So that's what they have there for you. And you actually had made your comment on the original one at 11:11 a.m. So 11:11 for you. Some changes. I like it. So hang in there. That's what they have for you right now. Many blessings. All right. And then Ashvin Rai. Hello, hello. What is Akasha thinking of you? We got the Page of Pentacles. So the Page of Pentacles, there is this new opportunity of opening up things in the outside world. So I feel like that, they are thinking about um, having a interaction in the physical world with you here. Um, but there's also these thoughts here with the Page of Pentacles, and this is their perception. Now we got to make this clear. This may not be anything to do with you at all, because when we ask about how other people thinking of me, this is what we see in the mirror when we're looking at someone is what we're thinking of ourselves, right? And so when he's looking in the mirror, he's like, wow, you know what? You don't feel very highly of yourself, and you deserve to feel higher of yourself, but there's some fear there on their part that they don't want to feel like they will be responsible for doing something that makes your self-worth drop. I don't want to be responsible for that. And they're like, I bet I could help them raise their self-worth. But all of this has to do with what's going on inside of them as well. So what they think they're seeing, but it's them that has the low self-worth. That's why they can see it, right? Because we can't see something in someone else that we can't recognize within ourselves. So, like, if I see something great in someone, it's because I recognize that greatness in me. And if someone's irritating, it's because that's irritating. Something about myself is irritating me as well. So just be aware of that when we're looking at that. But I feel like they do want to that, but they've got this kind of fear of what if, I do something. I don't want to be the one to make them cry. And maybe though, spending time with them um, will make them feel better about themselves. So interesting energy there, Ashvin, if that resonates. So many blessings. That's what they have for you right now. And then Mars, hello. And we're like a general for May. Wow, you're way out there. Universe, spirit wants this question asked from you. Oh, okay. So they're telling you. Okay. I get it. I get it. So you have the 10 of Wands coming in. So May is going to be the culmination of some endings and beginnings that come in here. And the 10 of Wands is like, you know, you get this harvest of all of this stuff. But then it's also realizing, okay, I've been investing all my energy in this stuff. Now I need to bring it back to one thing. And that's the clearing away of the what appears to be urgent, but you're realizing it's not important. And so you're identifying during May the important things to invest your energy in. Some things come to fruition, then they end. You don't need to make it like invest energy in them anymore. Positive things, it's like, okay, that you know when it's distance, that went the distance that it needed to be. But now there's this clearing away, right? There's this I'm ready to focus on what's important and not urgent. And so I feel like there's a great bit of clarity that comes in the month too, because once you determine what your true north is, that also helps you clear away all this stuff, because a lot of things will be demanding our attention. They're urgent, but if there's only one thing that's important, like our life purpose, our dharma, how we're wanting to, move forward in things, it's easy for us to get rid of stuff, because it's like if you have to move and you're moving, let's say moving to Hawaii, and you're like, all right, you know what? I don't need my coat, parka coat, or my snow boots, or this or that, or blah, 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 unless you're going to be on the observatory on the big island. they get snow up there, but you're not going to go there. You're going to go to Oahu or Kauai or somewhere, one of the other smaller islands that's, you'd be lucky if you need a windbreaker, right? So everything you need to leave behind that you don't need to take with you. And you're just like, you're clearing away stuff going, well, I don't need to take a couch because there's going to be one provided there. I'm not going to have to take a bed on the plane. There's going to be a bed there. You're getting rid of the stuff that you don't need. You're focusing your energy in a renewed way. So I like that for you, Mars. Maybe you're going to Mars. No, I'm just kidding. All right, so that's what's coming in there for you. Some many blessings. And then Tortoise Love, hello, hello. Thank you. I'll catch up on your email here sometime this weekend. So thank you. um, and you would like a reading. And what is Jay's impression of you based on your first meeting in person? Ooh, Almighty Teacher. They have the Hierophant energy here, which is this Taurus energy, but the Hierophant is, like a spiritual teacher, someone who is, connected highly, someone who has some great spiritual knowledge and spiritual beliefs. So I feel like they see you as someone who's like, wow, you're just different. You have this higher connection. You're, um, they just see you as someone very grounded here too. I think Hierophant, let me just double check. I think the Hierophant is, here to go. Hierophant, isn't that, yeah, it is Taurus energy. Boom! Yeah, defined valued systems with the Hierophant. I like that. But, um, we can, not that you did anything to give them this impression, but they've got these preconceived ideas. Oh, God's spiritual. There's got a lot of rules. And I don't feel like you're that way so much. I feel like you're pretty open-minded, but I feel like they're like, "Oh God." Like, maybe are they a pastor's child or something? They're like, "Oh God, the rules, the rules." They're like, but they've got this from the past, and they like this spirituality. They love this groundedness, this earthiness, ruled by Venus, right? So they're like, "Wow, you got this love and all that side of it too." But in the back of their head, just know that there's this fear of spiritual rules and laws and blah 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 that they grew up with, and so just tread gently, knowing that. But I like everything else about it here. It's very Taurus energy, very grounded. They see someone grounded and Venus love flowing through you. But this other thing that's in the back of their head and below the surface is that, right? So there you go. That's what they have for you right now. All right. Many blessings to you. And then Ateshi Singh, you are up. Will you ever get physically, intimate? Whoa, whoa, whoa. I would say yes. You got the Four of Wands, which is equal passion, joy, celebration. But equal passion, the Wands energy is passion energy, and you know, Four of Wands is two wands on either side, so it's mutual attraction. So, um, um, yes. We won't go into detail. We will just answer the question and move on. But that's what's coming in, so I like it. Many blessings to you. And then Cassidy, you want to know, will Cody and you get married? Let's take a look here. We got the Knight of Wands coming in here. There's a lot of passion, a lot of movement here. You know, um, and you also had asked if Cody will be faithful to you from now on. And I like the combo of this energy coming in here because um, well, actually, I thought this was the king, this is the knight. That's funny that I think you had also said one of the other readings I was doing, you're like, "Oh my god, that sounds like us." But, the Knight of Wands is there needs to be maturity on their side. The Knight of Wands is fast movement, and, the I was about to say, and then I'm like, "Oh, this is the wrong card because I was gonna say, oh, I know the King of Wands is someone who's mature and they don't go around like the Knight of Wands does, humping everyone's leg. They're not you see the movies of the knights and the princes, I mean, the kings and the princes, and the king, they understand when passion should be expressed and not. And then you see the princes are in the brothels and all this stuff, and you're like, that's the kind of energy that comes through for the Knight of Wands for me when we're talking about faithfulness and marriage. There's a lot of passion, but I just feel like they don't have a whole lot of love within themselves, so they're not able to give a whole bunch. In fact, there's this meme. Let me just take a look here. Let me just grab it here, and I think it's in here. Nope, it's in here, and it says, "Is it this one?" Yeah. Sometimes people can't reciprocate because they can't give you what they can't give themselves. Those who are at war with themselves can't give you peace. Those who betray themselves can't give you loyalty. Those who lie to themselves can't give you honesty. So see them as they are, not who you wish them to be. I know, right? Ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. But it's so true. It's that they can't. I don't feel like they have a whole lot of love for themselves, so they can't give love, and I just feel like they're so, focused on passion and intimacy and physical activity because that's what they've grown up being shown that this is how they're loved. Not sure, maybe something happened when they were younger, but it just the physical intimacy is what really draws them there. So I would say that with current energies, I don't feel like they um, can settle for one person. I feel like because they're defining themselves by passion, that as they have more passion, they're like, I don't feel like any better about myself. I must need more of it because they don't realize it's them that needs to transform on the inside. And so they're just taught, I've got to look for more and more and more of this in the outside world. So sorry, Cassidy. That's what's coming through right now. So hang in there. You're like, I knew it. Right. So many blessings to you. And then Yavi, you want a reading on Capricorn. More Capricorns. What are his intentions? Well, you got the strength card here. This is Leo energy, fire, passion. Leos, I feel like there's this Leo energy coming in um, below the surface. I know they're Capricorn, but this energy is to be seen, to um, not conquer, but achieve, and I just feel like they, are on this journey. The lion in the card, and you can see the infinity symbol. Normally, there's a maiden on the card too. So there it goes. Um, which the lion is our human that tries to fill itself up through the outside world, relationships, situations, things, and the intentions are to try to feel full, but those things of the outside world can't fill us up, and they're searching. Like all of us, we're all taught, look out here, relationship situations, things. Those things are going to fill us up, and then we eat it, and it's like American Chinese food, and we're hungry an hour later. It's like, why isn't it filling me up? And I feel like this is the intention is to, you know, to feel partnership, to feel, intimacy, to feel this wholeness, all the stuff that it thinks it's supposed to have. But I just feel like they will, like we were just talking about with another Capricorn, that just they're trying to fill up by the outside world and they're not being fulfilled. And so, you know, I just feel like with this individual, they are trying to consume, they're trying to feel full on the inside, but I know it's like, are you gonna eat me like a lion? It's like, no, but but they are trying to find something outside of themselves that they can't find. They can only find that inside of themselves, like us all. But I feel like this is an important place because at some point the lion becomes so desperate, it's roaring in the jungle because it's so hungry, it's so thirsty. I feel like they're at this point almost of desperation in their life that they're, about to hit like a I don't wanna say a midlife crisis where, "Why isn't all this working out for me?" and everything that's coming in. So, I don't know, I feel very fiery, consuming energy. Um, it is like a forest fire, it is like a or even a bonfire or a fire pit. You keep throwing logs on it, it keeps consuming it. It's like, when is it gonna have enough? Never, until it turns inward and finds its inner flame, right? So hopefully that makes sense, Yavi, but that's what's coming in right now. I kind of just feel like, I don't know, don't want to get burned. So kind of keep your distance and observe is more of what I would feel like you're being nudged towards. So that's what's coming in. All right. So many blessings. And then Nat, you'd like a general reading, please. So Nat, you got the moon card. I love this moon energy coming in. It's time for you to nurture yourself, Mother Luna coming in. And there's a great, of course, Pisces new moon on this Sunday. And be sure to check out the pick a card that I put out for the new moon. There's a pick a card, but it also talks about how to make the most of your new moon wishes. I feel like it's such an important because you get 10 new moon wishes, and if you make them around the new moon energy of Pisces, even more so. I go into all this in the video, and I feel like this is what they're wanting you to know with this moon card coming up because moon cycles are important to you. I feel like you know that already, but if you don't, moon cycles are important to you. And, we go through the entire zodiac every 28, 29 days. And so every 2 to 3 days, we're switching to a new moon cycle. In fact, tonight, I believe we go into um, Pisces. Yeah, this evening, Pisces moon. The new moon happens on. It's where the planets are aligned with the sun and the Earth. But the new moon is what's coming in on Sunday. But that we like my moon is in Pisces, and so when I hit a new moon in Pisces, wow! And if you have a water moon, then you are very intensely impacted by the moon cycles. And so being aware of that, you don't feel so schizophrenic. Like one day I'm feeling fiery when we're in a fire moon, and then we move into an earth moon after it. And then I'm like, oh my God, I feel so grounded. What happened? And then we go into the mind, into the air, and then I'm like in my head, and then you drop into emotion, and then you go back to fire, and you're like, what's going on with me? I feel like I have four personalities or more, which I'm Aquarius anyway, Sun. They are the schizophrenic or the multiple personalities of the zodiac. But I feel like moons are important for you, and to pay attention to those if you don't already. But this moon on Sunday feels very important regarding the wishes. So be sure to check that out. All right. So that's what they have for you, Nat. So many blessings to you. Right, and then we got Melba. Hey, Melba. Thanks for all your, I was able to read a lot of what you, wrote in the chat after we were done, because I focus in on the readings, and so I try not to get into too much conversations outside of the readings. So thank you for all your wonderful comments and, perspectives. I loved them. And you said you're in the midst of being bad-mouthed by a group of family members and their gossip when they don't even know the truth behind the circumstances, with no concern of efforts that you put in for 6 months. So, should you assist in the care of your cousins despite your family's actions against you and interfere, or pull back and focus on yourself and let them handle everything else? Cool. And there's, of course, no shoulds, there's coulds. There's always, from spirit's point of view, there's just different choices with different experiences. They don't look at one as better or worse or higher, you know, right or wrong or anything like that. They're just going to bring you different outcomes. Let's just take a look here and see what they have. So we have the King of Pentacles, and the King of Pentacles is this very grounding energy, and I like this stepping into your worth and seeing your worth in relationship to the outside world in a different way. And I feel like that spirit is saying decide on an act um, outwardly as you are inwardly, and not to worry about what people are saying or doing, whatever, to determine your actions, right? You're like, I'm going to take everyone else out of the picture. What do I want to do? What's my relationship with my cousin or cousins? And what do I want to do for them? Not what I'm expecting back or how other people are going to react or whatever. This is all about what do I want to do for them? Not what are people going to say or do, whatever. It's like, I'm going to do what I want to do, because I don't ever have to do anything. That's the King of Pentacles. It's like they're being sassy. Is that a weasel? Or I think that's a doggy. It's like a Dane or something. It's like, I don't have to do anything I don't want to do. And I'm going to do it because I want to do it without any strings attached. And everyone else is going to decide what they want to do. I like this because there's this, focus of my worth. I determine my self-worth. Retail price is what I feel other people value me. And that changes. It's fickle. It goes up and down all around, right? Just as the value of your family changes depending on what they're doing, right? It's like, well, when we come back to I define my self-worth, my capital S self, and that's retail price out there. Sometimes I end up on the Kmart blue light special rack or get donated because of the value that they put on me or not. It's constantly changing depending on what's going on in their life. But I decide my worth, my self-worth. I am priceless. And the creator and spirit agree. Yes, you are priceless. We don't put a value on you like humans do. That's a human thing. And so this King of Pentacles is about standing in your true abundance of who you are without any of the outside world defining you. And I like it. There's this reflection too that's wonderful. Is if you've ever had a chance to check out Byron Katie, she is amazing, amazing soul. I learned so much through her. She has a website called The Work, TheWork.com. So it has a judge your neighbor worksheet on there, which is amazing, about seeing the mirroring that everyone is seeing. And she has not a website, a YouTube channel. Her name is Byron, and then Katie, Katie. Great videos there on how they move beliefs around. Like for an example, when it's I'm in the midst of being bad mouthed by, instead of a group of family members, I'm bad mouthing myself. How am I bad mouthing myself? Because that's the mirror we're seeing. I'm seeing people bad mouthing me, but I'm looking into a mirror. So how am I bad mouthing myself on the inside? Or how am I bad mouthing them? And gossip, how am I gossiping about myself or gossiping about others? What truth don't I even know what's going on? Do I understand what all my family is going through? What's behind their circumstances? Do I have no concern of the efforts that they're putting forth over the last 6 months? Maybe I don't see what they're doing. Maybe I don't understand what's going on over there or, within me, right? And so I like this transformation that comes in here, so I feel like from your heart, if you're like, you know what, I want to do this for my cousins and screw the rest of everyone else, I'm going to do what I want to do, then do what you want to do, right? Um, and then if you're just like, you know what, I was doing this because I wanted appreciation, then you're like, then stop doing it, you know? So I like this. I like this, you know, uh, opportunity for you to see things in a very different way. So that's what's coming in for you, Mel. But hopefully that helps with your situation. But many blessings to you. Hang in there. And then Sayam Maya, you want to know those who wronged you in your previous life your in-laws and ex-husband are paying for it. Um, let's take a look here and see here. You got the 10 of Pentacles. So, the 10 of Pentacles is this abundance and fullness and wholeness of life, right? And, when we're looking at past lives and, there's no punishment. I like this 10 of Pentacles is all about the reward and about abundance and overflowingness in our lives. Because when we look at, we the story we put to anything that's happened in a past life or, present life, future life, wherever it is, it just happens. Things just happen. But we're the ones that put the story to that's wrong, that I was wronged. There's a neutral place of it that it just happened. Things just happened. And then there's a higher place, like they did this for me to show me what I wanted to see. And that's truly what this life is all about, right? Um, there is, this energy of whatever we put out is what we attract. So if your in-laws are putting out certain energy, they're attracting, like if they're doing lower vibrational actions, they're going to get lower vibrational energy back to them, as well as your ex-husband. They put out lower vibrational fears. They attract those things to us, right? But they could also choose to focus on higher vibrational energy and get reward and higher vibrational, right? And so when we look at, you know, if you have this energy of being wronged by them, your lower vibrational energy towards them is going to draw you also lower vibrational things. And that's why forgiveness isn't for other people, it's for us because our energy is what is drawing in things into our life. Their energy draws things into their lives. So if I have resentments or unforgiveness, I have stories of pain and suffering, and I'm maintaining those and nursing them and rehearsing them and regurgitating them. And, it's just going and going and going. I'm drawing more, I'm feeding it, I'm making it bigger. And I'm like, do I want more of that or am I done experiencing that? There's no right or wrong. There's just different experiences that come with lower vibration and higher vibration. But if you begin to release people from the wrath of the judgments we have against them, we free ourselves. It's like us drinking poison, going, now watch you get sick. And we're like, oh, why do I feel horrible? Because the poison only impacts us. So when we forgive, it's like forgiveness. One of the best ways I heard forgiveness explained that didn't irritate me was, I know, because forgiveness is, I don't want to let them get away with anything, but they don't. Their energy, they live with themselves. We will recognize someday that whatever happens in our life, I did choose it for me to show me what I wanted to see about myself until I saw it. But there's also this energy of, this release that comes in through it all. And that what I was going to say was the forgiveness thing that I heard was forgiveness is deciding to no longer be a vessel of pain, like me be a vessel of pain because of someone else's actions or non-actions, their words or words they didn't say, you know, um, and instead of me doing that, I release them and I pour out the pain, and then what's left is a vessel that I can fill with love instead. So I feel like this is what they wanted you to know here, that people don't get punished for what they do. That's not what creator and spirit are about. That's a human story. But what we focus on, we do draw towards us. And so what's for our highest experience, if we want to experience higher vibrations to a lower vibration, then we choose to release that lower vibrational and we choose to transform that and forgive. And then we draw in abundance and fullness into our life. So I like that. So that's what they have for you, Sam Maya. So hang in there. Many blessings to you. We just got a couple more here. So thank you guys so much for all your patience as I've worked through the readings. We got Simpson Chu. Hello, hello. So you're wondering if any new love is coming in for you. I would say yes. You got the Sun card, one of the most beneficial, bright cards coming in here. Passion, brightness, victory, abundance, Leo energy, and and I like this for you. It just feels very bright. It's shining light on a different areas of your life. It's igniting things within you. And I feel like what will help speed things up and bring in new love for you is allowing that light to shine on all areas, even the cobwebby corners of the room, going, oh, there's some things I can remove out of here that don't need to be here anymore. It's the Leo energy with the sun card is also usually there's a little naked baby riding a horse jumping over the walls of the garden where they're like escaping and leaving behind. It's like you're doing your inner child work where you're letting go of emotions and beliefs that no longer serve you to make space. But it also is this journey of openness and childlikeness of not having a lot of rules. So it's really looking at thoughts and beliefs and mindsets you have around love to free yourself, let go of the emotions within us that no longer serve us, that have been holding us down. And there's this movement forward because of it. So very, very prestigious, not prestigious. What do they usually say? Like when you have a year that's just very, it's not ominous, what it says, where especially if it's in the Chinese zodiac, where they say it's a very kind of prosperous year. It's a highlighted year. It's a highlighted time for you. I can't think of the word right now, and it's not important. It's just that it's very, very good. All right. So that's what they have for you, Simshan Chu. So many blessings to you. And then lastly, we've got God's daughter. So God's daughter, you will be the last reading here. And if I missed anyone, my deepest apologies. I'll be back for my evening session within 2 hours. So if I missed you, please come back. I'll also be here tomorrow and Sunday at 11 a.m. Mountain Time, tonight and tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Mountain Time. So God's daughter, you wanted to know, why are you seeing 1111 everywhere you go? Well, like HTTPS had said, mean spirit is trying to get a hold of you. It's synchronistic. Our, spiritual posse and guardian angels will show a bunch of different, you know, um, repeating numbers and synchronicities to go, don't forget, we're here. And so that means that they're bringing messages and that there is synchronicity afoot, especially when you're seeing it all the time. And definitely, whenever I see repeating numbers, I Google it or whatever your favorite search engine is and just say spiritual meaning of and like 1111. And you're going to get millions of results. And whatever you are drawn to, click on, that's a special message for you too. Um, and you got here also the Six of Pentacles that came in, which is balance. There's usually this has scales, and it's like there's this balancing of things. And 1111 is this balancing of stuff too. So I like this energy here, um, of really looking at things, seeing the mirroring of things, see the balancing of things. It's an important time to really take a step back, understand where you're seeing things, what is happening with that. And I have a, um, a special episode of my Take 10 with Zen, which is on the main page of my website, not my website, my YouTube channel. If you go to the very top, there's you might have to scroll over a couple to get to the Take 10 with Zen. Episode 5 is about the Six of Pentacles, which also has to do with this out of balance, giving and receiving in our life, where we feel we have to do so much to deserve so little. Give 1,000 love coins to get one back. And sometimes it can feel like there's this barrier that's keeping things away, but there's this kind of rate of exchange of worth that's below the surface in our subconscious from our inner child, 7 years old and younger, that's running on autopilot. And they're in charge of these force fields that keep things out of our life, going, no, no, you don't deserve that yet. So it can be this message to look into that. And if you can't find it, comment on this video because I don't have a chat going, so I can't just throw you a link in there. But if you comment on the video, then that if you can't find it, then I'll just post the link to the video for you. All right. So that's what they have for you coming in right now, God's daughter. I love it. And thank you guys so much for all your patience as I got through all the free readings here. And in a moment, I will post a comment and pin it listing the order in which the readings completed so you can find your reading really fast. All right, so that's what we got. And I'll see you guys when I see you. Until then, remember every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally, eternally loved by the mother and the father of all things, our creator. And of course, I love you too. So until I see you again, much love to you. You guys enjoy the rest of your day or night, wherever you're in the world, and we'll see you soon. Till then, take care.